Okay, got it.
So in this replay, I'm mainly gonna focus on Visage. Maybe next lesson we can also look at Veno and the other heroes. But okay, so one thing to know about Dota is that generally going into pubs, you should probably, if you're learning, you should know what hero you want to play and which lane you want to go into. That will let you just get your starting items right off the bat. Since you're trying to learn, just pick your hero first. Don't worry about team comp as long as you pick it first. Or because you don't have the hero pool to really look at your teammates' heroes and go, oh, I can pick this hero that fits in this role until later on once you've probably played every hero a couple times. So as soon as you know what hero you get, you should already know your starting build items so you can just get out to lane right away. By
Okay.
getting out to lane at this
Uh-huh.
level, see how they're not scouting at all? You can get your wards down very easily for free. You can block that pull, which is really important. As I mentioned before, to get that double stack pull off, you are going to lose your lane. It's just pretty much an auto loss. They're going to have more levels, they're going to have more gold. Mostly it's just a levels thing, because if they're both level 3 and you're both level 2, they are going to be able to get a kill on you, or at least pressure you out of lane.
Got it.
So, just going to start with that. You're going to
So
lane,
is
you
the
get...
okay, I have a question. So actually, sometimes they told me to ward by that flower to the
Yeah,
left. Like,
this flower, it blocks both discount and discount. I like warding here because on Dire, if you ward this ward, if they sentry up here, it doesn't see this ward, and if they sentry down here, then it doesn't see a ward, say here or over here or up here. So if you ward here, then they have to guess this one. They automatically know exactly where your ward is. So if they
uh-huh,
want to counter, it's a really easy counter because there's only one ward that blocks both discount and discount.
got
Unless you
it.
next level mind game them and you put a ward like here to block this one and one like here to block this one. But
Got it.
that's two wards, and you want one on Rune Vision.
Okay.
So yeah, an important thing to note with any Dota game in lane is if you have a low cooldown spammable spell like Grave Chill, you want to use it right off the bat. So right here, you should be standing over here because you can't see to the side that much. You see Sanking to the side with this ward,
Uh-huh.
so you won't be standing on the side. So it's just a further pathway to gank you in this way.
Uh-huh.
And then you want to just Grave Chill and beat on him because when you Grave Chill him, you actually have 3.5 times the Grave Chill hero's DPS output. And he goes on you here, but we hit Garo with a Gale, and we can just turn around and beat on him. You don't even need to back away and kite him. You can just beat on him.
Okay.
Because
Like this. I should
Sanking
have
has
just
low
went.
DPS, you have really high base damage, and Grave Chill is actually ridiculous. It's a pretty ridiculous skill. And I actually should have told you to salve up there instead of tangoing up. Salves are more efficient for HP, and you want tangos for during a fight. You can just eat a tango, and you have 115 extra HP for the fight.
Okay.
So right now we're just waiting. We're gonna go zoom through the laning phase a little bit. See right here, you should go for a last hit. You can also just harass the Sand King because if the Sand King is slow, then they can't go on us.
Okay.
You also want to make sure you're clicking your enemy's items to see what they got. So they both have 2 sets of regen, so that's not that low. This was a bit risky by you to go for Bastard Ring there. You need to do that a bit earlier when the lane was up here. Because if I didn't kill that Sand King, you probably would have died. And if Invoker could aim, you also would have died.
Okay, like right here.
Yeah.
Because I got lucky out of here.
Yeah, so you want to go get your Bastard Ring. Basically, as soon as we killed him, you had enough gold to finish that Bastard Ring. And again, you're full mana. So when he walks up, you want to just kill him and whack him a couple times. You can kite the creep so you take 0 damage because you have the extra move speed.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you do want to be moving. I mean, I said you didn't need to kite the Sand King away, but you could have been moving towards the side on that Gyro. So you can wrap around, you take less creep damage, and Sand King can't attack you as much, but you're still being aggressive. You can still get as many auto attacks on Gyro as you can.
Okay.
Again, there's sort of that knowledge gap with Dota. You need to know the cooldowns for all stuns. 11 seconds, 110 mana at level 1. You need to know if you can get 1 or 2 off based on his items.
So, in the beginning, you know how you told me to go this way? Is it because Visage is always better with the Tranquil Boots? I know there's no such thing as always with Dota, but I guess if I played him again...
For a non-support Visage, I think
Uh-huh.
Tranquil Boots will always be the best boots.
Okay.
Pretty much every single situation I can think
And
of
right
right
there,
now.
I should have been stutter stepping, which I really...
Yes, you should be animation canceling your attacks forward as much as you can.
Okay.
Because basically you're not losing any damage because you're attacking at the same rate you would be standing still, but you are gaining distance or moving around, and you grave to the creep there, which doesn't really matter. I mean, whatever.
Okay, so I didn't know I can do my Q on him.
You didn't know you could.
I can
Sorry.
Q creep, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
until you
You
said
can
it later.
use on
Yeah.
creeps, and it's useful for like, say you're going to heal after neutral creeping. You can just kill this creep and just run home faster.
Whew. Okay.
And also, like if you're pushing a tower, you can kill creep and attack the tower faster. Stuff like that. Something to know about why I max Grave Chill over Soul Assumption, because that's sort of a more controversial build. I think I'm actually the only player who does that. Is because once you max Grave Chill, you have a 60% uptime on your slow and movement speed, whereas Soul Assumption only increases by 60 damage. I think that a 60% uptime on a slow and movement speed buff like that is actually really important. And I told you to run here, but I'm an idiot. I got hit by rocket and I died. Yeah.
It's because you thought it was gonna go to me, so.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna go to you. But anyways, so just gonna go through this laning phase. But I want to get to the team fights because that's really what we
Okay.
need to focus on. I mean,
Is there a way
laning,
to
you need
zoom
practice
in?
lasting a tower. Sorry?
Is there a way to like skip forward, or I don't?
Oh yeah,
I've
there
never
is. But
watched
I'm
it.
just gonna zoom through it in case I
Okay,
see
yeah.
anything.
Go ahead.
The game's not too long, so yeah. So we're just basically going. When they go on you like that, you wanna kill the gyro because he's gonna do more auto attack damage than the Sand King
So
is.
it's better to slow him so he doesn't attack me so much.
Hey, let's go over that lane again, right
Okay,
there.
sure.
That fight.
Uh-huh.
Okay, immediately. So the SK is gonna be on you. We know that.
Uh-huh.
The missile hits you. Okay. So we're slowing this down. So he goes and stuns you. Your
Uh-huh.
immediate thoughts right here should be one, Sand King has used his stun. He has nothing else that's a threat to me. The only threat to me right now is the gyro spells because I'm still at 500 HP.
So I should have queued the gyro right away and don't
So
worry
the
about the
stun on
Sand
Sand
King.
King lasts for 2.17.
Uh-huh.
So you know that the stuns actually almost out. You need to know how Rocket Barrage works on gyro. So it shoots out missiles in a 400 AoE around him, and they hit random targets. If you're the only target, they'll all hit you for a ton of damage.
Uh-huh.
So right now, what you want to do is you want to grade to this guy and then run to the right, so you can get a Rocket Barrage's way. And then you can run grade to him and run down so that the creeps also take Rocket Barrage. Both of those would have worked pretty well.
Wait a minute. So it's not like a target fire, that spell?
The Rocket Barrage,
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
never played gyro, that's why.
Have you ever played Leshrac?
Yeah.
It's like his second skill, Diabolic Edict, except it's more condensed into a shorter period of time.
Got it. Okay.
So
So if I'm by other things, then I'll split the damage.
yeah, and it hits wagons too. That's something to remember.
Oh, it hits wagons? Okay. Got it.
So right now you want to kill him and just run down or to the side. You don't want to just
Like on the open area where I want.
Also, you have to keep in mind that Dota has quite long turn rates.
Mm-hmm.
So when you turned around, you actually lost quite a bit of time instead of just killing him and going this way. Because now, in order, if you want to do the right thing and kill him, you turned around and you have to turn to him, and then you have to turn to go away. So that's like 0.7 seconds wasted, which doesn't seem like a lot, but in the like at a higher level, it will be pretty important.
Got it.
So when they go on you, you have to immediately think, and this is why Dota's so experience based, because you have to sort of react based on situations you've already been on. You don't have time to just think, oh hey, this is what I need to do now, because the time will already be over and you'll probably be dead.
Got
So anyways, you should probably try to kill the gyro and then run this way down, or after his rocket barrage is over, you can actually turn a fight right now, because they have nothing on you. All their spells are cooldown right now. And if you turn a fought, hit the...
See, I waste so much time,
twice.
like you're saying.
Yeah, hit the gyrocopter twice, then you could have W'd and killed it. And then you needed to know that after you used your spell, you needed to just back up because Sand King's stun was coming up again.
Like right now.
Yeah. So there, I'm able to just get a couple hits on Sand King there, even though I'm so low, and because the Gyro's so low and his spell CD. So that's why it's really important to just keep track of the spell CDs like that.
Got it.
So yeah.
Say like this, you know when to back or when to engage or.
Yep. And we just really want to hit 6 right now. I mean, you got your ultimate at 7 because you missed, but whatever.
Sorry.
Not a big deal. I mean, that's like the easiest mistake to fix, right? So, and we did not call MIA on that Sand King. We needed to call that earlier too. So that's something you should especially do when you're dead. When you're dead, you should be looking around, clicking on them, seeing what items they have to, if you can.
Okay.
and definitely calling MIAs if there are any. And right here, so one, we know that Sanking left the lane because we saw him run through. I can't draw on the mid map. Anyways, we saw him run this way through mid because we had vision of mid lane. So that means that either Gyrocopter is alone or someone else came bottom other than Sanking. The chances of someone else coming bottom after Sanking has left is really, really low because someone else is coming and Sanking would stay to try to kill us.
Got it.
So this is sort of how you can predict map movement without actually having full vision of their enemy team. If you see one hero going somewhere, it's probably something's going to happen there on their team.
Okay, got it.
So because we saw Sanking heading up, this would have been the best time to go on Garo. We think he's alone. High probability he's alone. If he's not alone, your Q will let you get away because you're super fast and I'll probably die. But that's okay, I'm a support. And their Garo's a carry, so it's
worth that trade. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be worth it if I died and we killed him.
Okay.
In general, I think it's better to just go for kills. So if you just killed him right here, then we would have been able to go on it. Regardless of whether we could go on him or not, I think you still should have killed him there because you had full mana. You want to get a mana regen going again.
And it'll push him out of the lane too, right?
Yeah, it'll do quite a bit for us. I mean, he has a lot of regen left, but it's at least some damage. I mean, if you damage him for like 300, he can't really use his salve and his tango doesn't heal enough. And then next time we go on him, he's missing 200 HP if he just tangos. Or he wastes some of the salve. So that'll be a win-win for us.
When you say that, sorry, how much does a salve heal up to?
400.
400.
Or actually, is it still called healing salve? Yeah, healing salve. Sorry, because it used to be called like sapphire water or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Dota 1. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, we want to just try to make something happen. I mean, we see Garo here again. I tell you to, as soon as you see him in the jungle right here, you should be running this way. Because I can't, if you run there, I can get a Gale off. Gale is a very strong slow. And then we can like burst him down.
We could have killed him if I came
so we could have killed him
faster.
there. But I think we still go on him here. So kill. I mean, if you have your ulti there, we would have probably killed everything. But that's okay. Yeah. So at this point, you know that, okay, this is where the spell thing comes in again. You know that his spell is going to be up very soon. So your best choice is probably to just turn and fight. It's okay to run until your Q is up, but you need to try to fight at some point.
Okay.
Because he's just going to stun you and kill you. So right here, I would kill him, try to whack him a few times, try to get my W off so that he'll take a lot of damage. And if you had actually killed him right here, and we both auto-attacked him, your W would have charged up to full 5 charges, and we would have killed him.
And then I wouldn't die.
And then Axe would have killed you, but we would have killed him.
Okay. Got it.
But yeah, I mean, that's just, again, experience-based. I know I'm saying it's experience-based a lot, but you do have to just play a lot of Dota in order to get good. I mean, I think Dota's a bit harder to learn than Starcraft, in my opinion, because Starcraft, it's a bit more like, you get the mechanics, you have a build order, you can win, I think, 75% of your games at least. Like,
yeah, that's
I know
so true.
When I went into GM, I had one build-up order for each matchup. And basically for a full year, I used the 1 gas, Marine, Hellion, Medevac drop, TVT. And I won every single TVT actually on ladder. So, Dota, you don't really have that exact formula for winning like that.
No, I agree. Because even though I have, like, mechanics to whatever, I can learn, like, people are like, oh, you have to practice last hitting. That's really not my concern. Like, I can get those mechanics, but I feel exactly what you said. Like, you have to learn so many items, so many heroes, and when to get this item, when to push. Like, there's so many things I don't know, so I feel so
there are
lost.
literally, like, over 100 heroes, which means over 400 spells. Every hero has a different animation, different cast animation from attack animation, different cooldowns, different damages. Like, it's a lot of information to remember.
Yeah, and like you said, because there's like no build order, I don't have really a standard to go off by because when it's a new game, even though I'm playing the same hero, it's different because there's different variables.
There's like knowing what items to start with, but that's like knowing to send your SCVs to mine, right? Like it's not yeah. And right there, I think you should have just killed him again because you're at full mana.
Okay.
You want to summon your birds. If you had summoned your birds out, killed him, got your birds to attack him, W'd him, and then he would have died because I would have got the Gale off.
Okay.
So you do want to just go for these things. Like, you're not losing anything by trying. You're still at your tower. You can always back up because your Q makes you super fast. And as soon as you see this, you need to start running everything down here.
Okay.
I mean, the fight still went really well, but you should have been there a bit quicker.
Wait, much earlier.
Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, gonna go here, blah blah blah. Urshiker dies here. You get off some good stuns here though, so that sort of makes up. I mean, again, you do want to try to auto attack him before, but I mean, there's a difference between trying to like be fancy and get all your attacks off and just doing the safe optimized play. The optimized play there was to stun him because that guarantees a kill. I mean, the only way that you could have done better maybe is auto attack him so that you can save your stuns for someone coming in. But since we just had a team fight, we knew that no one was coming in anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So that was actually a good optimized play that you did. And we're going to go in. So at this point, you need to make sure that you know where some people on the map are. They just died. There is a chance that they could have TP'd bottom and gone for you here because we just killed them right here.
Okay.
So you do need to be a bit careful. I mean, if you're standing at your tower with a level 4 Q, you and 2 stuns on your birds, you're probably not going to die to a gank because they go on you, you get your Q off, you get your stuns off, you run away. They just wasted a ton of time. So it's fine to be farming back here, but make sure you're not like, oh hey, there's a hero, let's just go on him.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, because they can, like you said, they can TP right away, and I don't have vision.
After they die, they can TP. You have no vision on them. And we're gonna skip ahead to the next thing. So right here, we try to go on them again. I mean, as soon as we started sanking, you don't want your hero to be so far up as Visage. You want to be a bit back, and you want to make sure that you're not beside any other heroes because AoE spells are really big in Dota. Right now, because we don't actually have vision on this guy right now. If he was in here and he stunned both of you, then a pretty bad fight for us. I think he actually does get a double stun on you guys. So you're running back. So you guys clump up again. So you wanted to move away from the ES first. You're standing still here actually.
Okay.
And yeah, gets a stun off on you. But your birds still have stun. He gets a really good fissure off actually. So right there. You know that you need to use your Q right away so you can get more boost rate to run away. But another thing you can do since your soul assumption is such short CD is you just soul assumption them right away.
Okay, got it.
Because that means that the spell's going to be on CD again. I mean, it does a ridiculous amount of damage right now, actually. Whatever that is, 525. Okay, 345 damage magical, which is basically a third of anyone's health right now. And you're going to get 2 or 3 off in a fight, which is pretty much killing anything.
So I should be using that immediately. I shouldn't be.
Yeah, you should. Okay. As soon as you get full charges, let it go. Because then it can build up charges for your next one. And then as soon as you get that, you want to use it again. And it has just this gigantic range. I think it's 1,000 range. It doesn't say on here, but the range on it is really big.
Okay.
So you get your Q off. You wanted to get your W off before he gripped you there.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have even been that bad to W before you grave chilled.
Got it.
But you still get it off. He still dies, which is okay. I mean, we trade a Visage and a Batrider. A Visage and a Veno for a Batrider plus Batrider plus Sank.
Yeah, I wait on that W too much, like you said. Too long.
Well, actually, you would have probably died there anyways, but you.
But I would have been more helpful, yeah.
Yeah, you could have probably gotten 2 Ws off, and Sanking actually dies here to neutrals, which is awesome. He actually could have won it in Sandstorm there.
I was gonna ask, for my W, can I what was I gonna say? Can somebody dodge it, or is it gonna hit them no matter what?
If they go invis or disjoint it with something like waveform or something, then they can dodge it.
Got it. Okay.
But they can't dodge it by like sidestepping.
Okay.
If they waveform, they have to waveform into it too. But yeah, anyways.
But I mean, like, is there a way, like, if I don't know, like they blinked and they ran far enough, or will it catch up?
If they blink, he'll dodge it. Anything that disjoints. So disjoints are generally like invulnerabilities, stuff that uses 0.1 second windwalks like Mirana Leap, or blink daggers, stuff like that. One thing that they can also do. This is, I don't know how relevant this is, but if they're really far from you, use it and it chases them, they can smoke, and if no one's nearby, then the smoke will dodge it for them by going invis.
Oh.
But that's
got it. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's just a point that you will probably never use. Ever. Maybe in like 10,000 Dota games you'll use that twice. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go to the next team fight. I mean, going down here is good. You have a lane ward, so you know that there's no one bottom right now. It sees up here, it sees here. You have vision here from me, so you're perfectly safe to farm this. I mean, since your allies are sort of heading down this way, you should probably be running this way. It's also not too bad to just farm with your hero and just send your birds, because your birds are so incredibly powerful. But since you're a farmer, you do need to come with your hero. If you're a support, you could just send your birds.
Okay.
Yeah. So you kill him first, which is good. But now you need to be moving your birds immediately towards you.
See,
And
I try to go towards them instead.
that's good. That's perfect, actually.
Oh.
So you're running. You get to.
But I didn't know what to do here. Like, I was like, is everybody coming or not?
Well, you want to stay around here because, okay, again, you need to know those spells, right? He just used Cold Snap. He just used Stun. He just used Rocket Barrage. If you could have clicked on him, you would have seen he had no mana. It's sort of hard to do that in the heat of the moment. But it is something you can do because you're stunned for 2 seconds. You might as well click on them and see what they have.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
But it's sort of high pressure. It's hard to do. But since you see Pudges coming in, you see all of us are killing this.
Yes.
We're killing someone, aren't we? The hell? Oh yeah, we both missed our spells with Battle Rider. But anyways, since we're all coming in, you do want to stay and fight.
Okay.
You're going through this. You want to land your birds. It's more important to land your birds and have them not die than it is to hit stun.
I'll land my birds and have them not die is better? Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
see, I'm trying so hard to land a stun, I guess.
Because if they kill them while they're landing, they'll still hit stun. If they kill them when they're halfway landing, they'll miss their attack and the birds will live and they'll stun. It's an interesting mechanic with the birds, but generally you don't want to save it. I mean, if you have to suicide it to get the stun off on the Sand King channeling his ultimate, then obviously a bird's going to be worth it. But in general, once those birds revive in the middle of the team fight, or it's not revive, but re-get their damage, they're going to crush. They're going to kill someone.
Okay.
So you do want to try to keep those alive. So right now you should be heading this way because we're flanking this way. You should be heading around this way because with Pudge coming in to fight. I mean, we should have gone in faster. So your positioning is actually fine. You really need to base. Yeah, your positioning is perfectly fine here. I mean, you want to flank them. You get your Q off right away. See how it charges up so fast?
Yeah.
You want to do right away. You did it pretty quick, but you want to do it even a bit faster there.
Okay.
And your target firing is actually really good on the Gyro there. He is the one that you want to go for in that situation. Right now, you should W again on the Evoker. Or the Bat Rider, it's up to you. But you need to pick one to continuously W until they die. So right here,
I wasted the second one on Gyro when he's so low.
So right there, the original W is Gyro is good because he does a lot of damage very fast. You want to burst him down.
Okay.
The same thing as Starcraft, right? Dead units do no damage.
Yeah.
10 HP unit does full
damage. And how
come
I died here? Like, I think I lost
You used your W when you only had 3 charges.
Got
so
it.
you actually lose 65 times 3, which is like 195 damage by not waiting just a little bit. And then you're out of mana, and Bat Rider's going to outman you. Because he has Firefly, he has sticky charges on you, and you have no mana. I mean, one thing that you should have probably had by now is a Magic Wand, and you also should have had that Vit Booster.
Okay.
So I should have told you to get a Magic Wand really early. I mean, it's just... Magic Wand is probably...
Do I not W here?
You had no mana left.
Oh, that's why I was like, wait. No wonder.
Magic Wand's probably like the most cost-efficient item in Dota. I mean, it's super cheap. And if you compare with a Bracer, what it gives you, it's pretty ridiculous, actually. For a similar price.
So, when do I get my Magic Wand?
Sorry?
When is like optimal time to get my Magic Wand?
Whenever you can early game. I mean, you can grab a magic stick from the side shop, which is really good in lane, because it'll build up charges. And then when they try to kill you in lane, you'll have an extra 150 HP that you can also mind game them with, right? You can be at like 100 HP, they are auto-attacking you, they're at like 10 HP, you're like, oh, I got a free kill, and then you pop your magic wand and you kill them. Okay. That's like a really old Dota trick. So anyways, you just run back down here. You want to summon your birds as soon as they get up so that the cooldown starts going again. Summon birds. Grab a TP, which is good. I would have sold an Ironwood branch to get... get a magic stick there. I'm pushing this tower. So when they go on this here, you need to start heading towards us right away if you can. I mean, but as soon as, like, it's good to start heading towards us. But as soon as you see there are 3 heroes here and we're in a bad position, just start running.
So I should have fought here or run?
Well, you should have started moving towards us before, because we didn't have vision on this Bat Rider or Invoker. But as soon as you saw them, you need to react and get out.
Get out?
You can, birds to try to stun, but you don't want to die.
So I don't want to fight that. Okay, so say I came with you guys faster. A Pudge, a Veno, and me lose against an Invoker, Batrider, and a...
I mean, you have to sort of judge it situationally. We would have lost that because he got Epicenter off.
Got it. And then
So
he has a DD, doesn't he? Or is that a DD
yeah,
on
he
him?
has a double damage rune. His double damage doesn't really matter because if you Grave Chill him, he's still gonna do like basically normal damage with that DD.
Uh-huh.
Because Grave Chill is really amazingly good at actually.
Okay.
So since Earthshaker was coming, we probably could have fought that. I mean, Pudge was gonna die. But if you came, I would have hit a 3-man Gale, and we could have sort of kited them around, use your birds to do like a lot of damage. I mean, it was also sort of bad because your birds attacked the tower, that was actually good of you, but it was bad for us in the fight because we didn't have that initial damage, then the stun, then more damage.
Okay.
So right here, I'm actually don't remember what you did. I think you ran towards us.
Yeah, I think I tried to
You
fight.
ran towards the late. I mean, you needed to W him right away. And you don't want to grave chill the target that you're about to just kill, which is fine. I mean, he didn't die, so it's okay. And you don't want to see how you just sort of just stacked up for the stun here.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit him, you want to animation cancel down this way, so you spread out, and an order AOE can't hit both of you.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
You see how your Visage, you went behind the Mirana there.
Yeah.
You went this. You want to go this way. I know it'll take a little bit to show up on my stream. But yeah, you want to go down this way so that they can't both hit you with the AoE because you get hit by double Deafening Blast, double Sand King stun here.
Ah, okay, I get it.
Yeah. If you went this way, you could W the Invoker right now because you'd be not stunned. W the Invoker or the Sand King or get auto attacks off of the Invoker. You would probably kill them all.
Okay.
Like 3v1.
Because
where
I'm standing, it hits us all of us basically.
Oh, you don't get hit by the Sand King stun. Well, that's his screw up. But you probably also should have W'd the Invoker there. You need to pick out the stragglers because the Rider's so close to you that you're going to get them anyways.
Understood.
And if you've been here, Invoker, Grave Chill on one of them, auto attack the Sand King down, kill the Batrider. Like, you would have killed all of them.
Okay.
Oh, you also want to turn around here and W the Sand King. I don't know if you did. Oh, and you don't want to Grave Chill a dead target.
Yeah, I always said that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get your Grave Chill off, but if you had Grave Chill someone else, you probably would have killed these two with auto attacks because you get that bonus move speed. Sorry, bonus attack speed on them.
See, in here, I need to be just fighting sometimes too, or like kiting better.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the team fights will come with experience. You have one bird left, which is fine. We're gonna go fight them again.
Was it right that I just TP'd out of there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, that was the right choice. I was actually gonna tell you to TP and then you did it, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, as soon as they started fighting mid, you want to just run there. Like, your opportunity cost is you're going to miss 5 creeps here, or you miss a team fight. I think probably missing a team fight could potentially lose you the game. 5 creeps on a non-carry hero like Visage is not going to lose you anything.
Okay.
So you should start running right away. You need to join team fights whenever they happen. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. They're going to go here. So you would have been around here by now. You would join in the fight now, and actually, you would have been on... Yeah, you would have been pretty close now. I mean, you get here on time, but you could have probably been there earlier. Could have gone badly. And it would have been important to click on them all and note that the axe have no mana, because we actually could have fought that there. If you had Grave Chilled one.
I need to get that habit, and I don't click on to see mana.
It's like clicking units for upgrades, right? You just click every now and
okay.
Look around.
I like these StarCraft analogies because it actually helps me a lot. Like, no joke. I'm like, okay, that's true. I click on upgrades. There.
So this is really good. We turn on the gyro because he's out of position. Like, if we look at this... Wait, let's go to that fight again. I think that one's pretty good. I wish they had a better zoom through the replay thing. This is better than StarCraft's. Anyways. Okay, so here... So when Sand King still pudged, we need to just take a little look on what we can see. We see this gyro come in. We see this axe. I think we see this axe. Oh, we know he's there. We had vision of him before. Sand King's up here. We have 3, and you're very, very, very strong.
Yeah, so I don't... Yeah, I'm very tanky normally, am I? Or the way...
Oh, Visage is probably the most tanky support hero in the game. Or, like, he's one of the most... Once you get 4 points up in this E, you're like ridiculously tanky. You have ridiculous damage output. You anti-carry with your Keel. You have like AoE stuns and a ton of damage from it. I don't know. I love Visage. But yeah, it's really good. If you look here, so you want to evaluate your position in team fights. They're over here. We are not going to catch that. If he hits this hook and arrow, then he's going to die. If not, then they're not going to die. We're not going to catch them because they're generally heroes in Dota move around the same movement speed. I mean, there are some exceptions, but yeah. And this gyro is so out of position. Like if you look at him, with 2 heroes here, he's alone here, and he's low HP. He's on Adi Tread, so he's missing some HP. So it's really good that we just look at him. Oh, look, he casts his ulti, turn on him. Get the Gale off, get the W off, get the Great off, and then you should be running this way, up. The shortest possible path towards Axe and Sand King. Because this one you have to loop around here, which is not as good, but that's fine, I mean. And you also want to be using your W right away here, too.
See, I went the long way instead of like what you said.
Yeah. I mean, it's really good that you targeted the Axe there, because Sand King was already dead, so that was a good thing. But you do want to take the shortest possible route to your teammates to join fights.
Mm-hmm.
We take a tower, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in Dota, you win a team fight, you're in a good position. You win a team fight and take a tower, you're in a really great position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We tried to go for a Invoker there, but he's not there. We see Battle Ready TPs out. Okay, here's something. When you see someone TP out like that, I would say 95% of the time, they're going to TP back to base.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is you now have a fight opportunity if they're back at base. Unless you TP to this tower, but you know, in pubs it's generally a risk you could take. I mean, pubs you can be a bit more risky. If you're forcing fights, even if you're in losing position, you're going to learn more, learn faster.
Okay.
And we're going to look at this one. So your birds are getting the ward, that's perfect. But one thing is that your hero just stands still. You don't need your hero to kill that because we have a Venom ward attacking it and these things attacking it. And you and Urshik are also grouped up now. You want to be like here. Urshik can be a bit in front, but you want to be a bit more back. You want to be hitting these Forge Spears because they actually do a lot of damage.
Okay.
Get your armor. Also take off your E.
Okay, it's a waste that my birds and myself is trying to just get a stupid ward.
Oh, no, your bird can definitely help because they're already low on damage.
Uh-huh.
But yourself...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, all 3 of us don't need to be there.
Yeah, all 3 of you. Like, your bird should be there, though, because this is also a great position to go for a stun. But, your hero, I mean, like, if they go on your birds, they're going to lose the fight. Like, it's important to keep them alive, but if they're using stuns on your birds, they're also going to lose.
Okay.
And we're going to look at this fight. So I think you're a bit far up. I mean, you get a missile after you, which is a bit problematic. You got Battle Hunger, does extra damage. Oh, he missed on the... Yes, actually. But the Battle Hunger does like 600 damage. So right here, right there. You were running a bit too far because... They were all like sort of spread out. We had a little bit of visual of them with the ward. We needed to know that we could turn on them when the axe overcommitted right there.
Got it. Because I waste so much time.
Because like similar in like Starcraft, if their units come into a line into your concave, they're going to freaking lose the fight. It doesn't matter if they're stronger. Like they're just gonna lose that fight unless the game's already over. So if you look here, so we're all spread out into this nice concave. You see. 4 of us. The axe is running in alone. His allies are so far back.
I get it.
You could turn right here and go on the axe. If you great chill them,
like a free kill so fast.
Because he's slowed. I mean, you have Atos too. So if you great chill and Atos, the slows will stack. So it'll be 60% slow and then 32%, whatever that is, probably like a 73% slow total. And he's going to be standing still for that punch to hook him. Like 100 MS, which is the minimum in Dota.
Okay, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
makes sense.
But I think we still are able to sort of turn around a fight. We get some pick-offs. I mean, you also run a bit closer to them, but it doesn't matter because Earthshaker gets a really good echo. Right here, he grips you. I don't know why. You're ridiculously tanky. But as soon as you come out of that, you want to use your W right away before you start running. And you also need to use your Atos this fight. But yeah, that's not really doesn't really matter. And you resummon your burst, which is actually perfect because if you're in the middle of a fight and you can resummon your burst to do extra damage, get extra kills, then it's good. You should have probably A-clicked him on Evoker instead of going for stuns here because your auto attacks could have killed him. Oh, actually, you did A-click. Oh, you went for stuns. But yeah, you could just auto attack them and kill them with that. And blah, blah, blah.
And my Atos, I didn't use it. I need to get used to using that.
Yeah, you need to use Atos. I mean, it's a new item, so I should have told you what it did and how to use it. You want to use Atos and any spell, long-range spells like Power Shot, Atos, etc. at the start of the fight because you're going to get another one off during the fight.
Okay.
And blah, blah, blah.
It
Sorry,
actually
this
really
lesson's
helps
actually...
me when you're like telling me about the concave and stuff, like Starcraft and. I actually never really thought of those things that way, but it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same in Dota. Like, Dota has a huge defender's advantage too.
Hmm.
So blah, blah, blah. I think I'm just going to zoom to the team fights now. This point, okay, you see the axe? You see your charges going up? W him right now. Like, right now. Yeah,
Mm.
that's perfect. And then you want to kill this guy, and you see him channeling epicenter. You don't know if it's going to get off or not, so you do want to hit him animation cancel back so you don't take as much epicenter damage. So
Got it.
first pulses are really small, and then they expand bigger.
Okay.
And it's blah, blah, blah. We're going to go through this. Go through this. Go through this. Go through this. You see a missile, blah, blah, blah. We're all backing up together. That's good. You want to back up together. You don't want one person TVs out and then they get a 5v4. Blah, blah, blah.
And
I
then
mean,
birds do a lot to
we'll cover map
towers.
movement and farming in a different lesson probably.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot to talk about. So blah, blah, blah. We're just going to go for another fight, I think. Okay, here. We see that... we see their Batrider bottom. I mean, we could have also clicked on him, seen that he has no mana, so he can't even TP to come. And we see them, their axe really going deep on our Mirana. He will also see he has no TP. It's important, really, it's really important
Wait,
to
hold on a bit.
click, right click here, and you start clicking all their heroes around the map.
Wait, hold on, Aui. I think my. Hold on. Let me catch up to your stream a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, because now I. Okay, looking at your. Okay. I'm just trying to take in what you say, and then I think there's a little delay, so
Oh, yeah.
I don't see like the
Sorry,
axe at the
actually,
Mirana.
so it's hard, I know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Are we good now? Or...
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Sorry, I was just
Did you
trying
want
to
to start
make sure I don't miss anything.
Okay. Yeah, we see how to cut off, and here you try to go on this invoker by Aetosing him. I actually think it's a bit risky to do that because we're sort of split up now. If you go for these ones, it's sort of 2v3, potentially 4
Oh yeah, I
battle.
do Atos him or Atos.
Yeah, I mean Aetosing him,
Or Atos.
Atos, same thing. I don't. It's AOI, Aui.
Atos.
I don't care. Aetosing is actually really, really good as long as we back up there. Because Aetos is so low CD, and it's just going to slow him and make sure he can't join his axe to fight. So it's actually perfect play, but I think you want to go on them, so your intentions are wrong.
Yeah. It worked out, but my intention was wrong.
I mean,
Got it.
that's fine. I mean, like it's just like the same thing in tournaments. Like the only thing that matters is to win. So.
But I'll keep that in mind.
Here. I mean, you dive a bit far. See how tanky you are, though? You take like 30 damage from a tower hit, and then you also want to use your Tranquil Boots whenever you have damage.
Okay.
Because those are just going to heal you and regen you up. You also do quite a bit of damage to your birds. We're going to take a free tower here. And then after a tower... Okay, another concept in Dota I want to talk about. Okay, I'll just mention this briefly. I'll go into more depth. But after you take a tower, you have no reason to be in this area. It's not worth it to go for another wave because they're probably all there for the defense tower. So after you take a tower, either have a direction, like you go towards Roshan or another tower, or you keep pushing together, or you just back up. You don't want to just, oh, hey, there's still creeps there. One person should go farm it.
I do that. I do that. And I get caught
you always
out
want
of
to have
position.
direction in your play with Dota.
Okay.
And we see Potom TP'd out there, so you need to like, you see us back, you need to like get out with us. Again, that's the same thing. You sort of stayed to farm here.
Yeah.
But you're actually stupidly tanky, so I think you live. I mean, you have a wand, Sunstrike you, you're still alive. You probably could turn and got a W off, but it's risky. I would have probably just ran, and the axe goes.
But I died later. I thought I lived.
Yeah, we have vision on him, but it's okay. I mean,
I go back to like, I don't know if I should fight or not, and then I'm TPing and then I die.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, once you lived here, we did see the axe go that way. You probably should have ran up this way or just TP'd out, but I mean, that's actually really hard to do when you're living with like 10 HP to be like, oh, there's an axe coming here that I saw on the minimap during the fight while I was barely living.
I just wanted to make sure I smashed him for killing me.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's important to note that after you right-click back, you could have been looking around because you literally could not be doing anything else other than backing. And you can't be like right-clicking, spamming to like try to move faster or something. That actually doesn't do anything.
Okay.
So we take a tower here. I think one more team fight happens. So he gets gripped. You are a bit out of position in that you want to be within... If they go on us, you want to be within Grave Troll range, but you want to be far enough back that you don't get hit by all the AoE. If that makes sense. the initial AoE. You can get hit by some AoE because you're so tanky. I mean, something that you do want to do is you want to tank as much spells as you can, as many auto attacks as you can,
Or the
efficiently. Like you
team?
don't want to stand there that let them just
Okay.
auto attack you. Like you want
Uh-huh.
them to try to have to like move towards you, waste time moving, auto attacking you, waste time getting on a position to cast spells on you. You want, but you don't want to end a fight at full HP when all your allies are dying.
Okay.
Like you want to be enough of a threat that they want to target you, but
Uh-huh.
not enough of a threat that they all target you and you die.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
So if you had been up here, you probably could have got a great chill off on that Bat Rider. And then you also would have been in a better position to get your soul assumption damage up.
Okay.
So blah 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 blah. This fight, you spam your W. You want to just be using your W every single CD, which is good. You're actually doing it. Keep spamming it, and then this is pretty much the end of the game. I would end it there. I mean, it's like Day 9's thing. There's a point where the game's just completely over. Anything after that is not a real team fight because you're just so far ahead.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I think that's all.